packets.
Today we're going to make some tree animal patterns. I'm going to introduce you to some animals that live in trees, and then we're going to work together to make some patterns with these animals. All right, let me show you the animals that I have here with me today. I have an animal, this is one of my favorites, known as a sloth. A sloth lives in trees. They stay up in the tree all the time, sleeping, munching on leaves, and just lounging about. They move really slow. The next animal that we will see that lives in trees, you might recognize this one. It's the J.A. Wilson mascot, the cardinal. Cardinal is a type of bird, bright red, easy to spot. All right, next up, another animal that lives in trees, a butterfly. You might see butterflies around your neighborhood, especially at this time of year, as they're going from flower to flower to drink the nectar. Next up, we have a snake, a special kind of snake called a green tree python. These snakes live in a tropical rainforest up in trees. All right, we have some of these not too far from our homes at the National Arboretum. It's a bald eagle, another type of bird, a really big bird this time, that lives in trees and builds their nest up in trees. It's a bald eagle, the symbol of our country, one of the symbols of our country. All right, I've got a few more. Another animal that lives in trees, or spends time in trees, is this. It's not a rat. It's a possum, but they do have long tails like a rat that they use to hang upside down from tree branches while they sleep. This is a nocturnal creature, a creature that stays awake and sleeps at night and sleeps during the day, the opposite of what we do. All right, another nocturnal creature that lives in trees and coincidentally also sleeps upside down. Can you guess it? It's a bat. Bats live in trees. I really, really like bats because they help us to control our insect population by eating a bug that I really don't like, mosquitoes. Thanks, bats. All right, last but not least, I love this animal too. This is an orangutan. Orangutans go up into trees. They climb up, and perhaps you have seen them climbing at the National Zoo on the O line, the ropes above the zoo. So those are the tree animals that we'll be working with today to make patterns. I'm going to turn my camera around so you can see the animals all together. All right, I have my animals here. I have multiple copies of each animal because a pattern is something that repeats over and over. So we're going to need more than one of each of these animals. As you can see, I've sorted the animals so that all the orangutans are together, all the butterflies are together, all the sloths are together, and so on. This is a strategy I like to use when making patterns. I think it's just easier to be able to pull from one group when you're trying to make the pattern repeat. So if you ever want to make a pattern with something like blocks or animal toys that you have at your house, the first step that you might want to take is to sort them into groups that are all the same. Again, I have all of the same animals together in these piles. Let's start off by picking two animals that we would like to use to make a pattern. Let's make a pattern using our orangutans and our butterflies first. A pattern repeats over and over. We can start off by making a simple A-B pattern. That would look like this. Orangutan, butterfly, orangutan, butterfly, orangutan, butterfly, orangutan, butterfly. What should come next? That's right, orangutan always comes after butterfly, and then butterfly always comes after orangutan. Patterns have to repeat over and over the same way. They can't switch halfway through. So we have to make this pattern the same way from start to finish. Orangutan, butterfly, orangutan, butterfly, orangutan, butterfly. What should come next? Orangutan, butterfly. It can help to say your pattern out loud. Orangutan, butterfly. All right, let's take a look. Does our pattern repeat over and over the same way from start to finish? It does. It goes orangutan, butterfly, orangutan, butterfly, orangutan, butterfly, orangutan, butterfly, orangutan, butterfly. Let's try another one. Since we're just getting started, let's make another A-B pattern. This time, let's use our sloth and our cardinal. I'm going to pull the piles down here so they're easy to grab from and start making my pattern. An A-B pattern uses just two things to repeat over and over the same way, like this. Sloth, cardinal. Sloth, cardinal. What would come next in our A-B pattern? Sloth, cardinal, sloth, cardinal, sloth. What comes after sloth every time? Yeah, cardinal. What comes next? Sloth. I think we're getting the hang of this. And then cardinal. And then sloth, cardinal. There we go. All right, let's say our pattern back through one more time so we can make sure it repeats over and over the same way. Sloth, cardinal, sloth, cardinal, sloth, cardinal, sloth, cardinal, sloth, cardinal. That is a repeating A-B pattern. Okay, let's make it a little more challenging. To make it a bit more challenging, this time we're going to pick 3 animals to use. All right, let's use our possum, bat, and green tree python. All right, this time we'll be making an A, B, C pattern. It will look like this. Possum, bat, python. And it will repeat over and over. Possum, bat, python. Possum, bat, python. What should come next? Let's see, what comes after python? It's the possum again. Yeah, our pattern repeats and starts over after the python. Possum, bat. What comes after the bat every time? Python. What should come next? Sometimes if you get lost in your pattern, it helps to say it back through out loud. Possum, bat, python. Possum, bat, python. Possum, bat, python. Possum, bat, python. Saying it out loud can help us know what comes next. Possum always comes after python. Bat always comes after possum. And python always comes after bat. Okay, we're out of space. Let's read our pattern back through to make sure it repeats over and over the same way. Possum, bat, python. Possum, bat, python. Possum, bat, python. Possum, bat, python. All right, this time we used 3 animals to make an ABC pattern. Let's make it even trickier. All right, last time we made an ABC pattern. This time let's make an AABB pattern. And let's use our butterfly and our cardinal. Patterns repeat over and over. Patterns can have items that repeat twice in a row. Let me show you what this looks like. This pattern, an AABB pattern, would go AABB over and over. Butterfly, butterfly, cardinal, cardinal, butterfly, butterfly. Now what comes after butterfly in this pattern? Butterfly, butterfly, cardinal, cardinal, butterfly, butterfly, cardinal, but not just one cardinal. Our pattern has to repeat over and over the same way. So it has to be the same as before. We have to use 2 cardinals. Butterfly, butterfly, cardinal, cardinal, butterfly, butterfly, cardinal, cardinal. What would come next? Butterfly. Just one butterfly? No, in an AABB pattern, we need 2 butterflies in a row. And then what would come after our 2 butterflies? 2 more cardinals. And then after our 2 cardinals, what would come next? Yeah, 2 more butterflies. We're almost out of space. What comes after our 2 butterflies? 2 more cardinals. All right, let's read back through our pattern to make sure it repeats over and over the same way from start to finish. Butterfly, butterfly, cardinal, cardinal. Say it with me. Butterfly, butterfly, cardinal, cardinal. Butterfly, butterfly, cardinal, cardinal. Butterfly, butterfly, cardinal, cardinal. We got it. All right, friends. Today we worked to make some tree animal patterns. Remember that patterns repeat over and over the same way from start to finish. Patterns can repeat over and over like A, B, A, B, A, B. Today we also challenged ourselves to make an A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C pattern, and an A, B, B, A, B, B pattern. Now you don't have to have tree animals to make a pattern at your house. You can make patterns with anything at your house, really, as long as you have multiple of those items. As long as you have more than one, probably more than 2. Like I had a lot of cardinals and a lot of butterflies to use in my patterns. Some things that might be really good for practicing patterning at your house are things like Unifix cubes or Legos, maybe even your snacks. If you have a snack like raisins and a snack like Cheerios and you have lots of them on your plate, you could make a pattern that went raisin, Cheerio, raisin, Cheerio, raisin, Cheerio. If you're using your Legos or your Unifix cubes, you might make a pattern based on color. It might go green, orange, green, orange, green, orange. You can also look around you to see if there's any patterns in your house or out in nature or around the city that you can spot. That's good practice too. I hope you enjoyed making tree animal patterns with me today, and I will see you for our next activity.